Hi everybody. I have a flip through for you of my February fabric junk journal from 2019. If you've watched any of the videos for that, you will know that my mom was sick. She ended up passing away in March of 2019. But literally 3 years ago today, they told her that she had a blood clot in her leg and that the treatment that they'd been doing for her for the lymphoma or lymphedema or whatever that was, they were going to have to stop that. And so apparently with all that was going on, I didn't finish decorating this journal. This journal is very special to me. It is where I plan to tell the stories of how Tom and I met and up through our wedding. So the things that I chose for it were specific to that, and I did it as part of my February Fabric Junk Journal Challenge Journal for 2019. Now, the details and the rules for that journal were very different than the rules and details for this year's challenge journal, but there are ideas in here that might spur ideas for you, and so I wanted to go ahead and show you. So starting with, I have my tassel here. There is a video about that shows you the tassel, and there's videos of me making the charms and making the bead. And this is a bracelet that Tom brought to me on our first date. And so I've just tied it on here. It actually is going to go into the journal when I tell that story. But so I don't lose it, I've gone ahead and put it here. I also have this bead dangle that I made when I was making bead dangles. So the cover for this is patchwork. And it is very rude and crude, but beautiful patchwork. And I hand stitched all of it. Okay, so it's all hand stitched on. Then I embroidered on it. I embroidered love, and I went around the outsides of these to make them look like patches. But everything on here was hand stitched onto this cover. So that giving you an idea for your patchwork cover that is required for the this year's, the February 2022 challenge journal. You are to make a patchwork cover. So so there you go. So I have not added the pocket in the front or the pocket in the back. And so yeah, this is a reconstructed, or actually it's just an altered hardcover book that I had. It's literally the first book I ever gutted, and I had messed up a couple things, so I went ahead and said, oh, well, then I need to save that for something that's for me. And so that's what I have. It's 2 signatures, 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. So there were specific numbers of pages you were able to use for each signature of your journal. You were able to use 5 book pages. I had this awesome book about love, and so I used that. I have this little piece that, let's use this. I'm going to be able to put a picture of the first picture of me and Tom, or of a picture of us with us and the number 8. We found out that both of us, our favorite number was 8. So I've added items in here to be able to help tell the story. This is some great paper that was gifted to me. I have fabric flip here. It is strips and lace and this extra little tab, and it was all done with fabric tack. I have a ruffle on the edge of this paper here. I had this fun pattern, and it had hearts on it, and I thought that that was awesome. So I went ahead and made a page out of that and put that in there. Then I used a piece of one of my digitals there. Here I have a flip out piece, and I did add a tag here. This is wrapping paper, and I added some lace to the edge here. I have Ledger as one of my papers, and you'll see this was a blouse, and you'll see the pieces of it throughout here, throughout the journal. I just love the way they kind of brought the things together. I did use, I think this, I can't remember if it was a 6x6 pad or a larger pad, but I had just a few pages of it, so I added that in to be able to be used. Here's another piece. I'm pretty sure it was a 6x6. Then I also had some Valentine cards from Project Life, and so part of our story is a Valentine's Day. Here's one of the charm paper clips here, and this is one of the pages made out of fabric. This particular page I did, I backed it with paper, okay? This was the inside of a book, the inside cover, and I have a belly band here. I also have a place that I can add something there. And then for the signature strings, I added pieces from the bracelet and the earrings. And then the little, these were earrings that I had picked up that look like a cameo. And so I have those in here. So there's a little recipe card and another Project Life card. And so this, I figured this will give me an area to write about Valentine's Day. Added one of the flowers here. Here's another, well, for this one, it was a little bit longer than the page, so I flipped it over and I made a border, and then I added some of the rescued wedding dress lace here. And so it is a tuck and a border tuck. So it gives me room to add those. So I have pictures and ephemera that I can add in here. And I'm hoping, I won't be able to get this done by Valentine's Day this year, but I'm hoping to have it done to give to Tom for our anniversary in July. So I have a popcorn bag in here. There's a story about a movie. It was really awesome. And so I figured that it matched, and it is part of our story. Here's another one of the charms that I had made. Here, this is the other side of that pattern paper, and I made a little pocket and then a little pocket here, and I figured I can put a picture or ephemera there. Here's another Project Life card, and I also, you're going to see in here, I have pages where I used my heart pan, and then here is guest checks using my heart pan and coffee dyeing. And here I have these hearts throughout, and they end up being a tuck space, or I can just collage on top of that, or I can leave it blank. Here's another, this one has a pocket with a border piece. So you've got double hold here, and a little ribbon right here, Project Life card, and a file card with J. Somewhere there should be a T. I haven't found it. Okay, so here's from the book, and I put the one page with Julie on this side, and it just goes under here. And then this side, I made a belly band, and this has Tom, and it has an extra page under it also, okay? So, and then I added this little bow up here. And this is the center of the signatures, the two signatures where they separate. Have an envelope in here. Calendar, the flip. I actually like to write in the little squares, and put pictures, so we'll see how that ends up happening. This is a coffee dyed charger plate page. Here's another of the guest checks with the hearts and the beautiful pocket. And this is on another one of the fabrics. So this is a fabric page. You'll see several postcards in here, and they're just waiting for a story. We have a little tiny fabric flip here, or lace flip. Some writing, some noisy paper. Here's the other side of, or another pattern, and it had hearts on it also. We have this page here that I can add pictures or something, and then I have, these were cutoffs of papers, and then we have this adorable Project Life card that has this, oh, this should go closer to the front, because with that rain cloud, that's another story, and that's before Valentine's Day. I think that's our first date, second date. Anyway, there we go. It needs to be up there, because it's meant to be where the story is. Okay, then I have one of the little flip tucks here. Okay, so it's a tuck space, it's a square, and then you can flip it up, and I collaged using the fabrics on there and some of the lace. Here's another one of the Dear Julie Julie digitals, and I added a heart doily. I have this large place. I've got a couple of those in here. Okay, so this is the center of the other signature, and this will go with another date story. It's important in our story. Love that I found that stamp in my stash. Here's another one of the fun hearts. Added a flower here. Over here, she's looking out over there. Here's another one of those flip tuck. This one is out of amazing wrapping paper that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I added the heart there. Here I have a fabric tag. Gives me some writing space, some heart fabric, and some other fun pieces. The digital here is from Old Fashioned Love Songs. It's a fun digital. It has collage page. It has several large pages that you can go ahead and print and have for, home decor. And then it also has pages. So here I have a double tuck. And then I added lace here. And so this little one's here. And then inside here is one of the heart cards. So usually double tucks will be like this, but this one needed to be like that. And here we have another large pocket. Okay. I did add some flowers. If I can find my little flowers, I'll probably put a little flower and then maybe a button or a pearl. So another fold out from the baseball card page. And here is the other side of the pattern. And I went ahead and added a scrap from the wrapping paper and made just a little matchbook card here. And so those are in there. We have some more of the noisy paper. And here we have one of the hearts put on as a little tab. Here we have some of the fabric that I used, and I've got it cut in a heart. I have this beautiful paper. Here we have a border tuck. Okay, nothing's in there yet. We also have a place that we can write. We have this border edge and 7/10. 7/10 is our wedding day. So is our wedding date. And then I had this wood burned heart, and so I put that. I thought that would be fun to have on there. So I didn't tell you, but on that, I think it got put, here, 5/10, 5/10 is the day we decided to get married. So that's another story in itself. 7/10 is when we did get married. 7/10/10. And here we have the F file card for Fisher. We've got some little pages, and I'm probably going to go ahead and put my wedding pictures out in here in all the rest of this. So it'll have the story of the day we got married, and then our wedding pictures in here. There's another 7/10/10. I thought that it actually had 7/00, and I added the 1 for 7/10/10 because that's our anniversary. Got a fun little stamp there. And another border tuck here, and it's holding this page behind this little red and white card that I can go ahead and use, or if I don't need it, I'll be able to put it back in my stash. Here we have another flip tuck, the wrapping paper, another postcard ready to be used, and then another book page on the back. So this book page was the other half of this, and I went ahead and I overlapped. Okay, so I used this page and I attached it to this page, and then I used this page and I attached it to this page. Because these two were actually attached together. They're sitting on like a little love seat bench. You can see they're holding hands right there. So that was just a fun little thing. And so, like I said, I'm looking forward to going ahead now and telling this story. It's been interesting to watch the video. Today, like I said, 3 years ago today, I actually talked about my mom and the situation, about the blood clot and everything. So, yeah. So anyway, here we go. I have this finished. It is ready for me to actually use, and so hopefully I'm going to put that so that I can start taking care of that and start telling those stories. And so, but you saw there were a couple of fabric pages in here. The cover is patchwork. I love how this cover turned out. It like I said, it is crude, but I love it. And I'm looking forward to having this finished and it being able to tell more of our stories. So probably as I add pictures in, I may take some of the other cards and things out, because this is probably about as full as I want it to actually be. And so, yeah. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this little look at my journal that I made. Well, I started it 3 years ago. And today I went ahead and I went through, I added a tie. This tie is some really fun Valentine's string with beads and hearts on it that I got from Hobby Lobby or Michael's last year. And I love this. I love all the fun charms, and they all, you know, they're special. And there's this one here that was a necklace that I had. And there's this one here. So there's fun charms hanging off, and very, very special. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed. The playlist for me making this is in the description box down below. There's a couple of live videos. I suggest you put it on double speed and watch those if you're interested. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of Dear Julie Julie. And when I was watching the live chat from one of the live videos, there's a lot of names out there that were around a lot and were very, very special to me. And if you're watching this, I miss you. And yeah, and then there's so many new people. I thank you all for being here. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. Check out this playlist. Bye-bye.